What subject are you going to study at university? What university are you going to go to? If you're asking yourself these questions at least a year or two before the end of your high school education, well done. Many people your age find these questions too difficult and prefer to leave them till the last minute. But this is a decision that will have a big impact on the rest of your life, so it's important to give it some thought and to give your thoughts a few months or a few years to mature. Welcome to Frank Stejana Explains. I'm a professor of computer science at the University of Cambridge, and I hope I can give you a somewhat broader perspective on university education than you would get if you just asked someone closer to your age, like a current university student. To help you make a better and more informed choice for your future, here are 7 little-known secrets on what a university education is really about. Number 1, going to university is an investment. It has a cost. Cost, obviously, is the fees you pay, plus your living expenses, accommodation and food for those 3 years. But it's also the opportunity cost, which means what you have to give up because you spent 3 years at university, instead of, for example, becoming a professional athlete or starting your own business. So if you, and possibly your parents, pay this cost, what will you get in return? Hopefully, skills that will allow you to be more successful at what you want to do over the next 40 years. Visualize this. Is your degree going to allow you to have a career you otherwise could not pursue without it? How will that career make you more successful and more happy than otherwise? Investing in yourself is probably going to have the highest return than any other investment you make. But you have to know what you're doing and why. Secret 2. Those years at university are a special allowance you get from society and perhaps from your family, where you're allowed to forget about the real world problems of adult life and you just spend 3 years improving yourself. You may not realize this now, but understand that other than in rather exceptional cases, you only get to do this once in your adult life. It's an incredible privilege. Don't waste it. Make the most of it. 3. A university is a special place where, surrounded by other brilliant people like you and inspired by knowledgeable professors, you're put in an environment where you can learn those difficult topics that interest you that it would be too difficult to actually learn well by yourself. 4. A university is not a parking spot. Do not make the mistake of going to university just because you haven't yet figured out what to do with the rest of your life. You will waste time and money. You won't enjoy it and you will get only mediocre results. You're not obliged to go to university. Do it only if you're going to use that precious time fruitfully and for some purpose. 5. You will struggle with time management. Although I said it's an allowance to spend a few years on improving yourself, it's also a pretty challenging time if you take your degree seriously. There's a lot of coursework to do, you're surrounded by other gifted people, particularly if you get into a top university like Cambridge, and there are always more interesting things for you to do than time to do them in. To survive, you must learn how to manage your time. This is a good thing actually, but it will be difficult. Be ready for that. 6, and this will surprise you, the most important thing you will learn at university, if you take things seriously and you're blessed with good professors, is not the subject you signed up for, such as computer science or medicine or Chinese history, but learning how to learn. Initially, you will focus on how to pass your first-year exams and you will look for techniques to summarize and memorize a lot of the material that is being thrown at you. The weaker students don't actually go much beyond that stage, which is a bit sad. But the more enterprising students use the challenge of exams to learn meta-level skills about how to learn, how to take notes during a presentation, how to grasp and remember the important points that were made, even if they are not given the presentation slides, even if there aren't any presentation slides. Learn how to study on textbooks, if you're so lucky that a good textbook has been written on the topic. Learn how to discover the cutting-edge new stuff that's too new to have had textbooks written about it yet. And my 7th and final secret, which is related to secrets 5 and 6, your exact choice of topic is not as crucial as you might think. If you take your university education seriously, the most important things you will learn are these difficult meta-level life skills: how to manage your time, how to learn, how to express yourself, how to connect with people, how to communicate without misunderstandings, and so forth. And for the next 40 years of your professional career, these skills are going to be even more important than the topic-specific content. As a corollary of that, the actual subject you choose is not as important as taking your studies seriously so that you acquire these precious life skills. So don't overthink the choice of subjects. It's important, but it's not as important as putting serious effort into your degree so that you acquire those skills as a side effect in order to survive. That will ultimately be the real value of your university education, at least in my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, stick a like on it and say water bottle in the comments. I'm very happy when I see that people make it till the end, and you'll probably enjoy this other video on what you should be doing before picking a subject. Best wishes.